Hello Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for joining me, and if you're returning, thank you so much for doing so. This message can resonate for you if you have Taurus as a Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placement, but if it doesn't, please don't feel the need to force it. Just take what does and leave what doesn't for someone else. Welcome to my channel, Taurus, and welcome to your June reading. It is going to be for the first half of June, and I apologize that we already are 1 week in before you get this message, but there's just been so much transformational energy happening out the gate with this month. I was just wrapped up in all of it, and yeah, like you can just feel and see that the month of June is really all about change. And in just the first week alone, we've seen so much change taking place on a global scale. It's amazing. And it's also reflective of just the times that we're living in. And it's also going to be reflected on this channel here, namely in the change of our name, and which will be reflecting just the change of a lot of things that will be happening with this channel moving forward. So the change of the name of the channel is to Alive with Pride. And what Alive with Pride is just about celebrating the self, living with pride. It's about building up that self-love, that self-esteem, that self-regard, that self-compassion, that self-determination, just, really fostering a deep sense of pride and living as who you are, regardless of who you are or what you look like or who you love or what you want or what you like or what you like to be, just any of that bullshit that just really doesn't serve us in terms of judgment. We're releasing all of that, and we're really healing in this space, healing very deeply and living our lives and moving forward, because the most radical change that you can make in this world is to live with the real intent of living for yourself and to just be content and happy with yourself. And so beyond just that, we're focusing on such a deep self-love and compassion, because it will help us heal. When we heal the relationship that we have to ourselves, we'll be able to heal the relationship that we have to all of the people in our lives and heal the world moving forward. So we're really focused here on just self-love, self-compassion, but also on building up a very strong sense of community through community organizing and through just other ways of building and uplifting and supporting each other. That can be through music, through art, through literature, just any way that we can really get the message out of just uplifting ourselves and all of those around us, and everybody just existing as a collective that is alive with pride. So join the movement if you would like to, Taurus. Get down with it, let me know. But until then, we are just going to focus on your June reading for the first couple of weeks. So we're going to start with pulling you 3 cards from the Soul's Journey lesson cards. 1 to get a root sense of the issue, and then 2 to clarify that card. And then after that, we're going to get into your regular tarot spread. So when I was getting into your energy space, Taurus, I was really sensing the feeling of relaxation. And that was really the word that came to my mind first, that it's a time to relax. And I love that, because Taurus, your energy can feel kind of tense sometimes. It always feels like you're existing in opposition to something. And I think that right now you're taking a moment to have a break from opposition, to have a break from pushing back and just letting what is be. At least that's the sense that I got. A very warm and inviting sense too. It was nice, actually, and it is nice to be sitting here in your energy. But we're gonna see. Let's get one last shuffle here in these cards, and one last shuffle. One card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Hello. All right, let's give it one more go. If you wanted to come out that first time, an overall energy. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus is really not chatting, so it must be on the bottom. Indecision. This card has been coming up a lot, actually, just peeking out in other readings. But I use intuition in all aspects of my life. So something might be calling for you to take a moment. And like I said, you're always existing in opposition with something. So you might be feeling, you might be feeling that, but you might be feeling like opposition isn't what's going to work in terms of trying to sleuth out a cause. You'll have to go within and really release. The sense I'm getting. 2 more cards for indecision. 2 more cards to go with indecision. Okay, Taurus, they really don't want to talk to you. Let me see. Shuffle it up one more time. Okay, so we did get 2 more cards. We have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. And blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So with indecision, growth, and blame, use intuition. Yeah, I think that you are just coming to this position where you're always, or you have probably been used to existing in some sort of state of, some tense state, you know, and I think that you're really healing from that, or trying to grow out of this state of feeling tense or feeling blocked. And you could be feeling blocked by external forces. And these external forces perhaps make you feel as though things are not okay within, keep you on a very rocky foundation. But you're coming into this point where you're like, no, I have to control, or I have to remain sturdy on my own. I can't constantly be fighting back against other forces. You know, I really just need to stand in my power and not be moved by making myself, I need to make myself unmovable. Instead of pushing back, I will just stand still and be, and just be unmoved in general. Because by pushing back, I show fear that I have fear of being moved. No, I will just stand still and be as I am. With this indecision, you know, you're really just going within and trusting yourself, trusting that you won't be moved if you just stand still and relax and go within and trust yourself to get you to where you need to go, to grow your consciousness, to expand your awareness. Deep within, you hold the answers to your well-being, to your safety and your security. You just must trust yourself. That's the message I'm getting there. So let's get into your tarot spread. I'm using the Mystical Cats tarot deck. Love these cute little cards, and we're just going to get a nice spread going for you. The High Priestess just flipped out, so like I said, intuition is very key for a lot of you Taurians right now. You're really focused on what's coming from within and healing perhaps a disconnect that you've had with yourself. The High Priestess in this deck really speaks to me about like healing a disconnect to yourself, or disconnect to your own intuition, or healing through your intuition. But let's get some more shuffles in here. One last. Thank you for these messages for Taurus, Spirit. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers in reverse. So you could be feeling a lack of harmony right now, or you could be very much so bogged down in the choices that you're making, especially with indecision, yes, at the root, and with choices being so prevalent in the overall energy. It could really be you struggling, or rather really buckling down on discovering what is the right choice to be made. Where does the harmony exist? Where does the harmony not exist? Or where are things out of alignment? Where are things feeling uncomfortable? And how do I move forward through that? And I think you're really not sure how. So you're really trying to look within, or you really do need to look within, because the answer lies within you. I think that you probably already even know the answer. When the Lover shows up here in reverse, it's a choice about something to me that you already know about, or that you're already aware of, right? So the root with indecision, we have the Earth Queen. Ooh, the Earth Queen, Taurus, this is you. You are strong. You are abundant. Didn't you get the Queen of Pentacles for your last reading? Is that another Earth sign? Okay, maybe it was another Earth sign. Maybe it was Virgo. But you are the Earth Queen at the root. So it's like, once again, you are this abundant, attractive, beautiful individual, and your movements, what you have within yourself is so easily born into the world around you. Like, your energy easily manifests into the material world. You attract material gains to yourself, and I think that's why you need to trust your intuition, because how can someone with this energy steer themselves wrong? How can someone who is at the root so capable of exuding such a demeanor, such a powerful demeanor of grace and elegance, and not just grace and elegance, but power, the ability to exude power for yourself in a very physical and material sense, in the sense of people look at you and they know you have it together, and people come around you because they want to be more like you, almost. That's the Queen of Pentacles energy, is that you attract people who either can help you grow or who want to experience growth through you. So with this kind of energy, how can you think that you will steer yourself in the wrong direction? You can use your intuition, because your intuition is how you ultimately became this queen to begin with. What's growing this situation is the 8 of Earth. So there is something here that is just not being worked on, or that you are probably unsure of how to move forward with. Yes, especially with growth and with blame. Perhaps you are seeing where your responsibilities lie in a situation. What are you responsible for in a situation? And what are you no longer responsible for in a situation? And I think that that's why the 8 of Earth is here, is because it's like, what are you? It's almost like these people are your children. Like, there are people behind you that are seeing you as a guide, and you're almost like, y'all are stepkids at best. Who are you? Like, you are coming to this state where there is a lack of harmony. There's a lack of wanting to there is a lack of really wanting to keep putting forth effort into something because it's not working, or rather you're doing too much work, or the work is out of balance. The effort that you put in is out of balance. It's almost as if you're taking care of someone, especially with the Lovers in reverse. Yes, there is no balance here. Your intuition is telling you that you are this abundant Queen of Pentacles, and you are surrounded by a bunch of kittens. You're the Queen of Earth, this big, beautiful cat surrounded by a bunch of babies. Your pest in this situation is the sun. So yes, someone could be very complacent around you, or you could be very complacent in this energy. Perhaps you enjoy having others rely on you, enjoy having others come to you for you to be their sun. But do you enjoy it? Because with it being your pest, it's almost as though the happiness that is being given from you is just that. It's only being given and it's not being received. The sun doesn't receive warmth from us. We give the sun warmth. And in this situation, you are someone else's sun. What's calling this situation to the surface? The Emperor. So first of all, this could be somebody who, oh goodness, perhaps when you, this is someone who is just not stepping up, not taking control, not putting forth any power. This could be a partner. This could be a father. This could be just some this could be a mother too, but it would be some masculine energy that is really not putting forth their weight or not holding against their share. And once again, it could be anyone, but you're in a situation right now where where you are just out of balance. It is out of balance. Someone else is riding on your wave essentially, or is just feeding off of your energy and not putting back any type of energy. In fact, they are content with not taking any sort of leadership role. They are content with just letting things be the way that they are, with this lack of balance just persisting because they're gaining from it. They don't have to do any work. Your harvest in this situation is the Tower. So whatever is going to happen or whatever is happening is going to come to a head, and it's going to result in a Tower moment for you, a boom. Perhaps this could be you rocking the Tower. All of these cats who are on this post, who are just sitting here and enjoying the lap of luxury, you're coming to shake it up and get them off and just release that and stop trying to support more than you can. Yes, I see almost this Tower now is like, you can't support all of these cats. You might be trying to support multiple people. There are multiple cards here of as a matter of fact, now that I see it with these multiple cards of other cats that are here, you could be supporting someone else's kids too. I also just heard this, like you could be taking care of someone's children, and that parent is so content, and they may not even be your kids, and that parent is so content with letting that happen. That's ridiculous. But no, I really see this sense of you are just taking care of a lot of people, and there's definitely going to be some resentment that builds up. If this Emperor in reverse here is you could be feeling like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be in this position. I don't want to be burdened by this anymore. What you need to cut out in this situation is the Sea King. So, the Sea King could be your emotions towards this situation, because while everything may be turbulent for others, perhaps you are very or perhaps other people see you as a very emotionally balanced individual. Perhaps you come off as, oh, it's all fine, even when things aren't fine, everything's good. You don't really you're always in opposition to your frustrations or what upsets you, actively trying to be good and exist and say, it's all good, I'm doing all good, it's all fine, and not accepting support, almost supporting yourself. The King of Pentacles, the King of Cups is a very emotionally balanced individual, but also withdrawn. And I think that perhaps on a public level, you exude this energy of being so emotionally in tune by actively fighting back against your emotions, perhaps with optimism. Perhaps you're very optimistic, and in turn, this causes other people to not take you seriously. I'm hearing your outcome in this situation is the Nine of Fire. So this can be you fighting back. Being very obstinate, closing off entirely to communication, to interaction. So yeah, you, with this Tower moment, you could just be shaking everybody out and saying, I've had enough, I can't do this anymore, I don't know how to move forward. And you're just not sure. You're not sure how to grow and accept responsibility for yourself without feeling like others will perhaps blame you. Oh yes, I'm seeing the Nine of Fire in this concept too. You're straying away from the table. You're walking away from the table, or away from the group, or this dynamic with others. Yes, you're walking out of this dynamic with others where a lack of harmony is present, or a lack of reciprocation is present, or a lack of collaboration that is meaningful is present, where you have to feel like you are where you feel like you're fanning flames, or you feel like it's just nothing but nothing but a situation where you could potentially get burned. You're walking out of that energy. You're leaving it behind. You're shaking the tower because you're getting rid of what no longer serves you as well, and you're using your intuition to come to this point. You're using your intuition to understand that it is all ultimately about you. You can take care of other people, yes. With this Queen of Pentacles energy, you're amazing at taking care of other people. You're attuned to it, naturally capable. But when it falls out of balance, you come into this space where all you're doing is building resentment. You're not building an actual foundation here. You're more so building inauthenticity, and it's causing you a lot of blockages. But I think that you'll be able to overcome them and heal from this because you trust your intuition. And you trust your intuition to guide you to do the best for yourself and for your own personal sense of responsibility. So in these first couple of weeks of June, you're really going to be focused on that. I lifted up this Lover's card to see the Ten of Earth in reverse. For a lot of you, this could really be relating to a situation with family and a relationship with children, a mother and a father sort of situation, or it doesn't necessarily have to be so gendered, but you know what I mean. But yeah, you know, you really do need to focus on the balance that exists in your relationships, Taurus. Where are you giving too much and receiving too little? And where have you taught yourself to accept receiving less? That's all I have for you today. I'll see you in a few weeks. Bye-bye.